Hey, it's Jacqueline here with another cooking class, and I have been sort of on this binge to really start thinking about how I'm going to relax over the holidays, and I'm going to show you another breakfast idea. In fact, this breakfast is going to be oatmeal, but I'm going to tell you I've sweetened up the deal because it's going to be a baked, fruity oatmeal. It's going to be like having fruit crisp first thing in the morning, and what can be better than that? So let's get started with this cooking class. So in our 4-cup prep bowl, you are going to mix some basic ingredients. So let's start with the dry ingredients. So with any oatmeal, we're gonna have to have rolled oats. So we'll put that in there. We will also put in some nuts, whatever nuts you want. Walnuts, pecans, you name it. Make sure that they're chopped. We're going to add some seasoning, of course. Now, you can put in cinnamon because Fruit Crisp usually has cinnamon in it. But if you want to just change it up a bit, why not apple pie spice? Your choice. So let's just put a little bit of that in. And we'll put in roughly, this is our 4-in-1 spoon, tablespoon, teaspoon, half a teaspoon. Yeah, flipped it over, half a teaspoon and a quarter. We're roughly gonna put like a teaspoon and a half. So we'll work this side and then we'll flip it over and do the other. Okay, now the other ingredient that I wanted to put in here is one of our fruit dips, just because it sweetens up the deal as well. This is our summer berry fruit dip, and this is really good for smoothies or to add in your scones. You can mix it with cream cheese. Makes a really, really nice cheese ball if you mix this with it and then roll it in some toasted nuts. Yum, yum, yum. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're going to add our 4-in-1 spoon. Notice that the size of this fits perfectly in the jar. And we're just going to put in, I don't know, let's put in about 2 teaspoons. And last but not least, a little bit of baking powder. Okay, so those are our dry ingredients. We're just going to use our 3-in-1 spatula, and we're just going to mix this up a bit, making sure that we've got it nicely coated. So what can I tell you about fun food facts about oatmeal? Well, oatmeal, it comes from, are you ready for this? Oat groat. Yes, that's actually the seed. They dehusk it. And when you get rolled oats, basically they've dehusked it and then they steam it and then they roll it and then they toast it lightly. So you can get all different kinds of rolled oats. You can get minute oats, large flaky oats. So it doesn't really matter, but you definitely want a consistency so it's gonna give you some really good fiber in your body. And just so you know, oats are really good for lowering heart blood sugar. They're good for your heart. It's got antioxidants and it's great for gut health. Okay, so we'll set that aside. Now we're gonna work on a liquid part. So we're gonna grab another 4-cup prep bowl here. And basically what we're going to do in here is we're gonna have some milk. We are going to melt some butter here. We're gonna add, we're gonna like this, maple syrup. And definitely use your spatula to get every last bit of this because this is like liquid gold. Yum, yum. A little bit of vanilla. And use real vanilla, not artificial. There is a difference. And now that my butter's ready, just add our melted butter. Perfect. Okay. And last that we're going to add is an egg. So what I normally do, I mean, you can use a whisk to whisk this up. I literally just break the egg, put a lid on it, and give it a good shake, just like this. And that will separate it all up totally. So there you go. And your egg. Now, are you seeing how this is coming together just like a good old fruit crisp? But we're calling it breakfast oatmeal. Breakfast, dessert for breakfast. What could be better? Okay, so we've got a couple of our basic ingredients. Now, here's the other thing that we're going to add. A banana. Make sure your banana is ripe. I don't know if you know this, but if you open up a banana from the bottom, it's way easier than opening it from the top, right? So if you ever watch monkeys or primates eat bananas, this is how they do it. Open it from the bottom. So we're gonna just do that. And then on our cutting board, we're gonna just slice this in half. So I'm using our ceramic knife here. And I do know that it's gonna be a little longer than what I need. And we're gonna put it in our steamer. Now this is our rectangular steamer. The recipe that I'm gonna post up on my website is actually to feed a family of 6 or 8, but there's just 2 of us here. So I'm doing half the recipe right now, but when you see it, just know it's a full recipe for a family. Okay, and we're just going to put this banana on the bottom of our steamer. And if you're using the full size, you're gonna wanna use the big multi-purpose steamer, okay? So we'll just put our bananas on the bottom, just like that, and we're going to start compiling our ingredients. So let me tell you about some fun food facts before I get started. Did you know that oatmeal is so popular that they actually have oatmeal day? They have an oatmeal month, so the day is October 29th. The month is January, so coming right up, we've got January, which is oatmeal month. And lastly, there's an oatmeal cookie day that happens in March as well, so that's pretty cool. Now, oats actually go back, they say to China, of course, back to 7,000 BC. However, it was in Egypt that they start seeing some information about oats being out there. And it actually goes back to the Egyptian 12th century or 12th dynasty, I should say, which is like 2000 BC. And actually it's the Greeks that actually you can find the first reminiscence of maybe porridge. So I don't know. So who do you want to say invented this? China, Egypt, or Greeks? Your guess. I'm thinking, because we're making this today, we're going to say we invented it. Okay, when I was doing some research on this, in fact, here's the funny thing. I mean, how do we go back in history like that? So when I was doing some searching, I was actually asking, okay, who invented porridge in the first place? And this person said, he's going to say it came from a guy named Connor. So, I don't know. You can say whatever you want. There's probably no documentation on what that's all about. Okay, so let's get back to having some fun. Okay, so now that we've got this done, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start arranging this. So we've got our bananas on the bottom, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some extra fruit. So I've got some berries, some strawberries, some blackberries, some blueberries. You can use fresh or frozen. I'm getting ready to vacate the house, so I'm just looking through my fridge on what do I have left. So I've got just a little bit of everything, which is great. And now, okay, so we've got this. Looks great already. Now we're gonna put our oatmeal on top and just spread that out a bit. And lastly, we're going to get our egg mixture with our maple syrup and goodies on there. Make sure that you get this evenly distributed over the top. And if you find that you didn't do a great job at that, you can use your spatula and just make sure that there's moisture on all your oats, because you need the moisture to actually get the flavor going. Now, last thing we're gonna do, so it looks absolutely delicious, is the last little part of our berries. We're just going to sprinkle on the top. Make it look like so pretty. And I actually have one that I've already got going in the oven, so I'll pull that out so you can see how nice it looks. It's probably a little too hot for me to plate, but at least it'll give you an idea. Okay, so that is our fruit porridge. Doesn't that look yum yum? Now, if you wanted to, because we have our summerberry seasoning here, and it's right in front of me, just to add a little bit more flavor to it, you just might want to just sprinkle a little bit of this on the top. You could also use our Tutti Frutti if you'd prefer. And we're good to put this in an oven at 375 degrees. Now, this is going to take a little bit of time to cook. So you could actually even do this the night before as well. Get it all ready, stick it in the fridge, and then in the morning, as soon as you get up, stick it in your oven. And by the time you're out of the shower and dressed, your porridge will be ready to eat. Okay, so let me just get this in the oven. Let me pull the other one out. Okay, so this is what your porridge is going to look like. So notice it's gotten a little brown and crispy here. It is quite hot. I should probably wait to plate it, but because I want you to be able to see what it looks like. Now, as I said, this recipe, I've only done half, but you can see it's really going to really stick to your bones. It's going to be one of those really, really nice breakfasts that stays with you for a long period of time. And it is just like having fruit crisp for breakfast. So we're just gonna get a scoop here. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Looks good, steaming hot. Put that in a bowl. And last, to serve it, what you may want to do is get some yogurt, plain yogurt. Don't get the flavored yogurt from the grocery store. It's chock full of extra sugars and whatever. Instead, if you'd sooner, you could always add some of our seasoning to it, or because this has already got so much flavor in it, just put a dollop of plain Greek yogurt on top. And if you have any leftover little berries, now is just a nice way to just sort of decorate it up a bit and have a nice popping hot breakfast for yourself. Yum. So there you go. Fruit crisp porridge for breakfast. Yes, it's a nice baked fruit porridge, and you're gonna absolutely love it. As you can see, super steamy, steamy, steamy hot. You're gonna love it. It's absolutely delicious. And remember, it's got that bananas on the bottom, so it's got lots and lots of flavor. So I hope you enjoyed today's cooking classes. If there's anything that you saw on today's class that you need to purchase, just go to my website. I do want to let you know that in the month of December, if your purchase gets to a certain volume, you'll get extra voucher to spend in the new year. And we do have a new catalog coming out soon. So there you go, guys. Enjoy your hot breakfast, and we'll come back another time with another cooking class. Thanks for popping in. Take care and bye for now.